Welcome back. I appreciate you all for joining us. I am Eli the Voice, Eli Elijah. I want to welcome you guys to actually the Truth Hurts podcast, which actually is known as the Living Room Show. And today, I got a special guest with me. Obviously, this guy is my brother right here. For those that know, this is the one and only Mr. Samuel Travis himself. And we're going to talk about some stuff today, you know what I'm saying? He just want to get off his chest. I'm really just going to jump right into it because, you know, people think that you some type of RKelly basher or that you're anti-RKelly. And me knowing you as my brother, you know what I'm saying? I know that you actually used to be an RKelly fan and you listen to RKelly. But I'm just going to want to go ahead and clear the air, you know what I'm saying? I mean, what's your whole your whole beef with RKelly?
I wouldn't really call it a beef. Obviously, as you know, I was a fan of him since the beginning. Since she's got that vibe, since I was a little boy. Even back to when we was in Minnesota that time, up there visiting Dad. We went to Mall of America when I went about that Fubu, Chicago, Jersey, just because I seen him in the Fiesta video with it. So I was a fan from day one, but I think the last album I listened to of RKelly was Double Up. I think that came out in 2007 or 8. And I think it was around 2009 or 10. I had seen something on Reddit. I can't really recall, but it was some interview with one of the first females, but their name was anonymous at the time, and they was coming forward about the dealing with him and the type of stuff he was into. And you know what I'm saying? That one article like struck me because you as well as I know, we in our late 30s, we was hearing about stories with this dude way back in like 95, 94,
Oh, yeah.
Years before social media and internet, any of that stuff existed. So I was just like, you know, I can't rock with this dude. And I didn't, for that, and like when you break down, I was like, I don't recall him ever doing nothing from the city, like as far as turkey giveaways, back to school, you know what I'm saying, stuff, nothing. So
I mean, social media wasn't around back then, though, you know, so.
Yeah, but you know about word of mouth. I mean, social media wasn't around, but Juwan Howard was sponsoring numerous basketball tournaments, and we seen him up at Raston when we was up there hooping. So, you know, yeah, a lot of stuff wasn't around, but word of mouth was social media back then, and you knew who did what in the community. And as far as I know, he wasn't doing nothing. But my whole thing is, I was like, at first, you know, as well as you know as anybody else who's been my friend on Facebook or whatever for the longest, I was lightweight trolling at first, if you listen to his music and all this and that. But honestly, all jokes aside, he's a great artist. I wouldn't say the best. He has an argument for one of the best of all time, but he's definitely the best of our generation in the last 30 years. No. But at the same time, it was like, so we just gonna gloss over everything he did because he makes or used to make good music? I was like, nah, I can't rock with that.
But at the same time, what about the people that jump on that? The parents! The parents need to be held accountable. The parents need to go to jail.
I always ask them this, did your parents know where you was at when you was out here fucking around or doing whatever, losing your virginity? But that's besides the point. Fact is, you and me both know, some parents, yes, they willingly took their daughters over there to him in hopes of maybe furthering their financial, you know what I'm saying, status, career, whatever. Or maybe he promised those young ladies and their parents, hey, I can make you a star, look at me, I'm RKelly, which wasn't even his intention. But I always say it like this. Morally, the parents were wrong, but criminally, they ain't break any laws. He did. Because ain't nobody put a gun to that nigga head and tell him, all right, well, since I brought him over here, you got to fuck these little kids.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. And even before I had daughters, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't with that. You know, I was disappointed in hearing that. I mean, even when we seen, you know what I'm saying, when it was alleged the little girl, I mean, we seen the tape. You know what I'm saying? So even then, you know, I felt some type of way. I mean, then he had his trial and he won, and it's like, all right, man, you know, redemption or whatever. But
another thing that baffled me about our community, and I'm not gonna say I hate because that's just a strong word, but I say I really dislike is when they try to minimize what he did. Was saying, well, they knew such and such. Oh, he ain't do it to me or my kids or whatever. All this and that. Like, if you gonna listen to his music, that's fine and dandy. The man is a musical genius. He made great music. But don't try to victim shame the victims or minimize what happened to them because you want to listen to his music. Yeah. Like, people wear like it's a badge of honor. Oh, this nigga a rapist, he done pissed on little girls, but I'm still listening to his music anyway.
Yeah.
That be that weird ass shit.
And then on the flip...
But, not to cut you off, but that speaks to a bigger issue in our community with the whole pedophilia and anything. And it goes back to money and fame on the smaller level. See, the hood... They will expose somebody they deem is uncool or dusty, is what they now say in social media slang terms, a Pookie or a Ray Ray or whatever that goofy ass shit. Somebody they seen or deem, you know what I'm saying, unworthy or doesn't dress nice or drive a nice car or is not as looked at as everybody as the cool person. They'll out him. But the pedophile that's around here, you know what I'm saying, got nice rims, dress nice, greasing a few palms in the neighborhood. They'll keep him under wraps. Knowing all along he been fucking little kids, goddamn it, for the last 20, 30 years. And y'all know these motherfuckers out here.
Wow, and that, you know what, actually, I was going to say on the flip side, man, we have those type of people in our community. So, I mean, you hit right where I was headed. I mean, that's kind of pretty much, I mean, you said what I would say. I mean, there's a lot of grown men, you know, that actually have sex with little girls. You know, little girls that are very, very young. And there are people in your local communities that know about this, but the whistle don't get blown. And that's one of the things that we got to stop doing in the community as a whole, because we know that it's wrong, but we want to pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, like when it's wrong. It's like the gay thing, you know what I'm saying? A certain guy get exposed or something. He a dick in the booty, this and you know. But and if it's somebody that everybody like, then
it's
you know
they want to
let him live his truth, and you know y'all need to leave him alone and don't bash him.
But it all comes down.
Which we don't bash anybody. You know
but it all comes down to
we love
what we've said before. Our people have a lack of integrity, especially when it comes to celebrities. Or people with money in general. Yeah. Ain't no hood, it's so-called hood celebrity. Yeah. Ain't no celebrities out here. But if they think you got a little coin,
if they think you got some money, they'll treat you different. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. Oh man, him. That's the he, she. You know what I'm saying?
But that same
type
of attitude
equals good.
That same type of attitude and way of thinking was the main reason RKelly was able to run rampant in the black community for close to 30-something years. Like, people knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Now, he wasn't alone. He had a whole motherfucking organization or whatever. People knew what he was doing, but because he was famous and he was greasing a few palms back then, everybody was cool with it or turned a blind eye and looked the other way. But once shit started to crumble and that Me Too movement started bubbling up and really fucked them over, motherfuckers started running to save their own asses. You know, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the hits one, he wasn't churning out them hits like he used to, and his celebrity had faded. So he was ripe for the picking. They couldn't get him back in '99 when they originally tried to, because his star was still powerful. He was generating a lot of money for Jive Records. Once the label dropped him, streaming services started removing his music from the homepage and all this and that. It was only a matter of time. Yeah. But that just goes to show you, when people feel like you of use or an advantage to them, they'll go to bat for you even though they know you a piece of shit or doing some bogus. But as soon as, you know what I'm saying, the curtain, you know what I'm saying, come crashing down, everybody running to save their own ass. Yeah. And that's with anything.
That's right, man. I mean, you know, so I guess, and speaking of this whole thing, because you know, we could definitely go on about it, but what do we need to see in the community to really rid out these type of men? I mean, because listen, and not to even go there, but what about the women? What about grown women who have sex with young boys.
Well,
Because
we ain't gonna get into it. You know, I know that as well as anybody.
See
But
what I'm
that's a whole
saying? See,
nother
do you
thing.
feel like you was a victim?
No, because I wasn't, you know, I'm just talking shit. I wasn't like 15 or 16. Any time I messed with an older female, I was of age, 18 or older.
I'm just saying.
So, but no, it's a thing. It's definitely, all jokes aside, it's definitely a two-way street.
But did you ever feel like you was a victim, though?
No. Maybe fetishized as being a young nigga to a, you know what I'm saying, a female older who liked a young dude? Probably so, but no, I ain't never feel like I was a victim.
I feel you.
But the issue comes back to your previous, you talking about how we can change stuff in the community as far as with this behavior. And your whole thing is always, and you blame the men. Men need to start calling these other men out. Like, even if your homeboys, like, you can't be out here fucking with no little girls or females old enough to be your daughter, man. Like, I got nieces and motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I got nieces, your 2 daughters, I look at them like mine. And even, you know what I'm saying, they babies. And then I got other, you know what I'm saying, nieces that are young ladies. Grown and older, but still,
little cousins, man. Everything, you know.
That shit should, anybody with younger female family members, that shit shouldn't sit right with you. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, everybody don't march to the same beat.
Well, I mean, for me, that's definitely something that I'm going to call out, because at the end of the day, that's something that shouldn't be so. Grown men shouldn't be able to take advantage of our young women, and it be okay, and it not be actually called out, it not actually be shamed upon, or even actually brought to the whole point of getting the law involved, because it is illegal and it's wrong. So that's something that we definitely go ahead.
Listen, they expose the nigga for being broke, gay, but they won't expose these pedophiles out here. Niggas, they know we fucking these little girls and shit. They won't expose these niggas though. They expose the gay dude or a motherfucker who claim when a nigga broke or wearing knockoff. You know what I'm saying? The silly shit like that. But they ain't gonna put these cradle robbing ass niggas on blast though. And and you know what I'm saying? And men and women be protecting these motherfuckers.
I agree. And do you think that's just basically because of their status?
Most of the time, yeah. Because if this was somebody that was looked at was a nobody, they'll give a fuck. He dusty or such and such or whatever we want to call him anyway, so fuck that nigga. But no, they create a force field around the ones they feel that have some type of status. Or, you know, niggas want to be a big fish in a small pond. Just clownish behavior.
Well, on that note, and going forward as a community, we know what we have to do. I appreciate you, my brother, for actually stopping in. Truth hurts in the living room, you feel me? We definitely gonna have him on for some more segments. You got something else you want to say to the people, man? You got something else you got, you know?
Yeah, y'all know I'm the mastermind behind this all, man. But don't be telling everybody my government neither, man.
Man, listen, his government, that's just who he is. That's his name, you know what I'm saying? That's how we rolling with it. I want to thank you all for coming in, tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you like, that you comment. We want to get some engagement going, you feel me? Like, tell me what y'all think about this topic. I mean, do we actually protect I'm gonna say it, the pedophiles. I was gonna say the men who go after the little girl, but the pedophiles, do we actually protect the pedophiles that are in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, and because of their status? And that's something that we have to stop. So this is definitely something that we can take and apply and start blowing the whistle on, because it shouldn't be so. Once again, I am Eli the Voice, Eli Elijah. This is my brother, Samuel Travis, and this is The Truth Hurts in the Living Room. Y'all be out.